Jack arrived at the first crime scene. It was the home of a wealthy businessman, Mr. Albert. The body was in the study. No signs of struggle. Jack noticed a strange smell. He found a glass of whiskey on the table. He suspected poison. The second victim was Dr. Benjamin, a renowned surgeon. His body was in his clinic. Jack found a syringe near the body. He thought it could be an overdose of some drug. The third crime scene was the house of Mr. Charles, a famous lawyer. His body was in the living room. Jack found a gun near the body, but there was no bullet wound. Another mystery. The fourth victim was Professor David, a scientist. His lab was the crime scene. Jack found broken glass on the floor. He noticed a strange color on the professor's lips. Another clue. Jack investigated all 4 cases. He interviewed the families and colleagues. He found that all 4 men were members of an exclusive club called the Big Four. As Jack dug deeper, he discovered that the club was involved in illegal activities. The 4 men had a falling out. They were planning to expose each other. Jack put the pieces together. He realized that the killer was someone close to the victims, someone who knew about their secrets. After careful analysis, Jack identified the killer. It was Mr. Albert's business partner, Mr. Edward. He was also a member of the club. Mr. Edward had poisoned Mr. Albert's whiskey. He had injected Dr. Benjamin with a lethal drug. He had suffocated Mr. Charles with a pillow and planted the gun to mislead the police. And he had poisoned Professor David with a toxic chemical. Jack confronted Mr. Edward. He had evidence to prove his guilt. Mr. Edward confessed to the crimes. He said he did it to protect the club's secrets. The case was solved. The police arrested Mr. Edward. Justice was served. The city was safe again, thanks to Jack Reeves, the brilliant detective. Jack knew that crime never pays. The truth always comes out. He was ready for his next case, to fight crime and bring justice to the world.